Do you like my hair? I know, it's so cute. So as you can see, it's morning and I'm not really ready yet. I got dressed, but I'm one of those people that I like to have my breakfast and drink my coffee before I wash my face, brush my hair, brush my teeth. I know. It's just how I do it. I know everybody's different on that. So tell me, do you brush your teeth before or after you eat your breakfast? No shade, just curious which way you do it. Anyway, this morning our breakfast is oatmeal. It's oatmeal with just a handful of blueberries. We've just found that a whole serving of oatmeal feels like too much food in the morning. I know you're supposed to have a big breakfast, but it just feels like too much food. And we only really like a huge breakfast on the weekends, which you'll find out. Today's Friday. You'll find out tomorrow that we do have a big breakfast. I've got a lot that I'm doing today. I'm going to be out running errands. My lunch is probably today, it's going to be more of a breakfast bar. This is my coffee here. It's just black coffee. And then I've got half and half. This is a local brand. I usually put a teaspoon of half and half in there. And that's it. I don't put I don't put any sugar in there or anything anymore. For dinner tonight, we're gonna have salmon and broccoli. And this was at the grocery store, already packaged and ready to go, already seasoned. So I'm just going to take some fresh garlic, just put it over the top here, and then put some lemon on it. And with the broccoli, I cut it up. I put this Gundry MD Chef Select organic extra virgin olive oil on it. This is by far my favorite olive oil I've ever cooked with. I'm so glad they sent that to me because I'm really hooked on it now. And I'm definitely going to be ordering more because I think it's amazing. So anyway, I put a couple tablespoons on this. I mixed it up, and then I put a little bit of onion powder on here. And then I'm putting fresh diced garlic on here. And then after I get this out of the oven, I'll put a little bit of fresh ground Himalayan salt on here. And that's it. That's the recipe, but it's so good. So the oven is at 375. I'm going to cook the broccoli for at least 20 minutes, and I'm going to cook this for, probably 15 or 20 minutes. I'll check on it and check the temperature, and then we'll eat both when they're done. But this will be nice and crispy, the broccoli. And yep, this is an example of the kind of dinner that we eat now. Good morning. It is Sunday morning. This is our breakfast. So I'm having a piece of bacon and it's about 1.5 eggs. Brad's having 4 pieces of bacon and 2.5 eggs. And then we also have grapes and some juice and coffee. And yesterday we ended up sleeping in. We went to IHOP for breakfast. What I ended up having was a build your own omelet. So I had American cheese with avocado, tomatoes, and spinach in it. And then I had, you get to pick a side. The side that I picked was fresh fruit. And then I had coffee to drink. And then because we slept in and we went to brunch, we didn't have lunch. We were out running errands all day, so we didn't have any snacks or anything, which is a big no-no, but it is what it is. So then for dinner, we had Buffalo Wild Wings. We got it for takeout and brought it home. And then, so we had hot wings, and then I did have a handful of fries and some celery with blue cheese dressing. And what did I have else? I had some vanilla pudding as a snack later on, and a few of those little caramel wafers. And that was what we ended up having last night. Here's little girl, Zelda. There she is. When I say the caramel snacks, this is what I'm talking about. These Stroop waffles, you can get miniature ones at Walmart. So we shared a bag of these as our snack last night. So this was our dessert. It says 6 servings per container. Well, we each had 3 servings then because we ate the whole pack. Oh well, right? But they are really good. And then we did have some drinks last night. I do when I want to drink. I have coconut vodka, and then I have a shot of coconut vodka, and then I have coconut liqueur, and that's my drink. And then if I want to spice it up a little bit, I'll add these coconut flakes in there. It's just kind of a nice way to just add a little fun to a drink. The other drink that I like to make is a shot glass of 3 Olives Loopy. It tastes like Fruit Loops. With a can of this blackberry citrus seltzer water. It tastes like Fruit Loops. So that's my other adult beverage if I'm feeling like I want to have one. And then if I'm out and we want to have a drink, because you know how many calories there are in drinks, what I order is a vodka tonic. So that's this tonic water here with vodka, and then I'll have them put like a lemon or a lime in there. And that's the out and about drink that I'll get, because otherwise once you start getting juice and all kinds of other stuff put in a drink, it gets pretty full of calories pretty quick. So that's my way of lower calorie drinking. I should probably mention I don't drink every night or every other night. That probably sounds really excessive, but I'm just mentioning this because I'm trying to stick with this meal plan forever. This is not a diet that I'm doing, so that's why I'm trying to kind of come up with ways of, having a snack that I can still eat, or what kinds of alcohol can I drink. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back to sleep? I know we shouldn't let you on the couch, but you're just so adorable. Look at that face. So we just took her to her first vet appointment today, and she was a complete nightmare, you guys. Like if you see somebody on an airplane and they have a toddler and the kid's just having a tantrum the whole time, and you think, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for those parents. That was us today at the vet. We were those parents. She was just a nightmare. I don't even think the vet knew what to do. She was just going nuts. I mean, obviously she's having a lot of anxiety. She just moved into a new home. She was at the pound. She doesn't know what happened to her previous owner. Nobody does. But, my gosh, right? Poor baby. But she's doing so well. When she's here, she's doing pretty well. We just have to put a lot of work and time and training into this little woman here. Good morning. Every morning, right after I roll out of bed and put on some clothes, I start up my morning with a apple cider vinegar drink, It's a recipe that my trainer told me to drink. So what I do is I take a glass, I get apple cider vinegar. Sorry about the mess in my kitchen. It's kind of crazy in here. I'm filming this over multiple days and then kind of splicing it together, so if it seems out of order, it probably is. It's a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. You take a little dollop, or what do you call that, a pinch of salt. He says to do half of a lemon and squeeze it, but the lemons now, they're so big, I find it to be very overwhelming to my body. So what I've been doing, since the lemons, like I said, are so big, I've been doing a third of a lemon, or even a fourth, depending on how big they are, because they've been getting huge lately. So I've got this lemon, squish it into the glass, squeeze it into the glass. By the way, if you like that little lemon squeezer, I got that at the Dollar Tree. Just found it, and I like it because it's just so easy to use. It's easy to clean, and it's cute. It's not one of, because the other one I have is like this big contraption that's a pain to clean up. It's very clunky. It's in the way. This one I just have sitting on my little dryer thingy, whatever you call them. And then what he's got me doing is putting cranberry juice in there, but he wants me to get the kind that is 100% juice with no sugar added, which is actually really hard to find. And the one that I've been getting is this one. It's watermelon cranberry juice. If you get 100% cranberry juice with no sugar added, usually there's other kinds of juices added in there. It's pretty rare that it's just cranberry juice. I'm not saying it's not possible, but usually it has other stuff in there. And he said that's fine. You just want to have cranberry in there because it's so good for you, right? And I happen to know that watermelon is really good for you as well. And I thought, well, this would be really good, right? Brad and I love this stuff. We think it's so delicious. And looking at this, it does not have any other sugar added to it at all. It's 100% juice. The main ingredient, the number one ingredient, is apple juice. So, and then grape juice, and then cranberry juice. So it definitely does not have mostly cranberry juice in it, but it's really good. And I do recommend it if you want to give it a go. So what I do, he said about 1/4 of a cup. So I put that in here. I probably put more than 1/4 of a cup because I love the way it tastes so much. And then fill it up with water. Stir it and drink it. And just in case you're curious, the vinegar that I get is the kind with the mother in it. Which is basically saying it's got the pulp in it. To my knowledge, that's what that means. Yeah. Which I'm sure would be healthier. I don't know like the science behind it, but I would think that would be a lot healthier. So, and then I just drink it, and it tastes a lot better this way than without the cranberry juice in it. Now, is it delicious? No. Is it nauseating like it used to be? Mm-mm. And that's why I do it this way. I find it a lot more pleasant to drink. So tonight was kind of a weird night. I had a later appointment than I normally do with my trainer. So I had a cup of jasmine rice. So I'm supposed to eat every 3 hours. So what time was it that I had that? 3:30. I had a cup of jasmine rice. And then I went to go work out with my trainer. And because of the timing of it all, I really didn't have time to cook dinner. So I actually went to Chick-fil-A. That sounds really bad, right? Not so bad. They have that, what's it called? The market salad. I had half of a market salad for dinner. So I don't think that's bad at all, really. I think the calories are pretty low on those. Anyway, so that's what I have for dinner. And then now I'm having my snack. I'm supposed to have a snack after dinner, before bed, usually like about 2 hours before bed, that I take my vitamins and my medication with. Speaking of medication, so when I started this whole journey, the point was so I could go off of, I guess what I would call at the time my fat girl medications. I was on 4 different medications that all had to do with my weight. And I am now, I didn't tell you this, I'm off of 3 of the 4, which is awesome, right? The only one I'm still on is the blood pressure one. And so the goal that my doctor and I have is he wrote it on his planner, his little, like now with doctors, how they have like all this stuff in the computer for you. He's got his own little planner for me in his computer. So when I go to meet with him, it pops up. Like he'll put in there, okay, in 2 appointments, we need to talk about this or we need to do this. And then it'll pop up. It's kind of cool, right? So I think it's in September, I'm going to get a full blood workup done. And based on the results of that, we will decide if I go off of my blood pressure medication or not. And I probably will. But yeah, that's the only one I'm still on. So my nighttime snack tonight is this. So it's some watermelon and then some cheese. I know some people go, oh my God, don't eat dairy. That's going to make you get fat. Well, that's not I don't want to call it the diet, but the meal plan that I'm on is not low dairy. It's actually a higher fat meal plan that I'm eating. But what this is like a brick of cheese, and then I cut it. So it's not actually shredded cheese. And I can shred it, I can cut it, whatever. I just like the way it tastes more. And they've got like some ingredients in shredded cheese that are kind of gross. So that's what I do now. Not a brick of cheese, a block of cheese. But yeah, so this is one of the snacks that I like to have later at night. Otherwise, I just have some water, and then I will probably have, there's this tea that I really like. We're kind of funny. Some nights we hang out together, and other nights we have kind of like alone time. I'm getting tired. I want to read tonight, and Zelda seems to want to have some girl time, so I don't know. She probably wants to watch one of the Housewives shows, but that's her favorite thing to do. And then Brad, he is playing his Xbox downstairs. I think he's playing hockey, like the NHL Xbox game, and that he loves doing that to unwind after a long day at work. He had another long day. I feel bad. I feel like most of his days are long days at work. I wanted to show you the snacks that we've been eating and what we have for lunch. So I found these chips, Cape Cod brand, kettle cooked potato chips. I don't know if you've had these, but they're delicious, and they don't have a lot of ingredients in them. Just potatoes, oils, and sea salt. And they're baked. We've got these RX bars. My trainer turned me on to these. And then these Kind bars. I've been getting these at the grocery store. As far as lunch today goes, hi. I don't know how to show you lunch close up and me, so You just get to look at lunch because that's more interesting, right? Got my little half cup measuring cup. If it looks dirty, it's because I just made Brad's lunch. Okay, I do half a cup of water. Got these little clear, kind of clearish cups. I think it said they were light yellow, but I'm not seeing it. I got these on Amazon. I really like them. If I can find the link, I'll put it down in the description box, and that way you can try it if you want. Then I put a scoop of protein powder in there. We've been using this. I get this on Amazon too. I'll put a link to that as well in case you want to try it. This is also what my trainer recommends, and this is safe for women and men to use. Some of the proteins aren't really good for everybody to use, but I do a little dash of cinnamon. I used to measure it, but I've been doing it long enough that I don't care about measuring stuff anymore. Then I do a little squirt of honey. I've been using the actual just pure honey, not that cute stuff that comes and it looks like a teddy bear and you look at the back and there's no actual honey. It's just sugar and corn syrup. It's one of the things my trainer told me, make sure it's actual honey. Then I've got half of a banana. I only do half because they're pretty high in sugar. And I do 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. If I can get that one out. There we go. Then we've got plain yogurt. I like to get just the container of it instead of all the little ones. I do another half of a cup of this. We do this for the acidophilus that's in there. It's the good bacteria that we need for our stomachs and our skin. And you can use Greek yogurt too. I don't like the flavor as much with the Greek yogurt, and I find Greek yogurt is so much harder to spoon in and out too. I just prefer this. But you can, whatever you like, you can use. And then I get the milk. I drink whole milk only, organic milk, and I do half a cup of that. I know it's kind of weird. I water down my milk. I know a lot of people do almond milk or stuff like that in these. And that's wonderful. I'm just showing you, what I do. We've got 3 different shakes that we usually just rotate through. We've got this one, which is the peanut butter one. We have, it's kind of more of a recovery kind of thing, which we're both kind of sore from the last time we went to the gym, so that's why we're doing this one today. The other one is chocolate flavored. I have to tell you, we have a monster in our house right here. This monster has been attacking me psychologically on a daily basis from the moment I adopted her. Do you want to eat? Oh, she's not going to do it for you. She's been yelling at me for hours. Every day she does this. We always feed her at 5. Yes, I'm calling you out. We always feed her at 5, and yet she'll start yelling at us around 3. She wants her dinner. Here is dinner tonight. This is meatloaf, and it's from the Golden Girls recipe book. This is turkey meatloaf, and it's Dorothy's recipe. So it's a little bit healthier. I mean, well, it's turkey, but it's also got carrots in it and garlic and some onion in there. We think it's really good, actually. And then this is carrots and zucchini that I chopped up. I covered in, or what do you call that? Yeah, covered, smothered, whatever, in olive oil, and I put, you can't really tell, but there's fresh basil in here. And then I put some onion powder on there and baked all of this together. So this should be, gosh, I don't know. This is probably 3 nights, right? Or at least 2, but I'm thinking maybe 3 worth of dinner for us.